Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Risa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that, well, that's okay. We like you anyway. You can go on out of here, and I'm sure you can find some wonderful, family-friendly Nancy Drew content. Honestly, I know it's out there.
Yeah, it's there. If you search. The family-friendly Nancy Drew content was the friends we made along the way.
I don't know that that's true.
Yeah, that's very, yeah.
I feel like our Discord proves otherwise.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
So what are we talking about today, sister?
Well, today we're going to be, just taking a nice retrospective and grading the games.
Yeah, we're going to grade the games. We did this with all of the culprits many, many moons ago. It was really fun. Love to be judgmental.
So love it.
So we're gonna do it. So every game will be judged on a 15-point scale. 5 points to plot, 5 to aesthetic, and 5 to puzzles. So we're going to figure out which games really make the grade by totaling them up. And I think it's going to be an interesting conclusion. Interesting.
Indeed.
So, let's start. The original Secrets Can Kill. What do we give it for plot?
I'd probably give it a solid 4 for plot. Really, really going at it,
Yeah.
They went in hard for that first game. They killed a child.
They did. Yeah, and there's drugs and
blackmail and fucking, it's crazy.
Plagiarism. It's, yeah, you know what? It does. It goes for it. But aesthetic.
Oh my god.
Aesthetic, I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay, sure, if you're being generous.
You were gonna give it a 1.
I was very close to giving it a 1 because it's,
I'm trying to give it
of the time.
Of its time. Exactly. So, the aesthetic, 2. Puzzles.
Oh.
What puzzles?
No, literally all I can think of is the nonsensical problem solutions.
Yeah.
Not knowing where to get the fucking glass cutter and not understanding that they want you to prop a pipe up with a ladle. That's going to give. That is going to kill someone. That's not solving it. That's just putting it off till later. Get some duct tape at least.
Yeah. So puzzles, 1?
Sure. Yeah, 1.
I'll give it a 1. For a total of 7 points out of 15. That is not a passing grade.
That is not.
Okay, Secrets Can Kill Remastered. Plot, same. Actually, I want to take it down 1.
I do as well, because, it's largely rehashing, and everything that they changed wasn't for the better.
Yeah.
Uncle Steve, not a good addition.
Yeah.
As Dr. Ray Ray pointed out, the kinky sex cage, not great.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
And honestly, for aesthetic, I want to give it a 1 because it can't get a pass for of its time because the other games that they had coming out around this time looked so much better.
Yeah, honestly, I genuinely prefer the hand-drawn kind of looking graphics of the original to because they hyped remastered so much, and it was so disappointing. I was like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was not great. And then puzzles. There's still none.
It's pretty much the same. There's Yeah, I'd definitely stick with 1. It's not good.
So Secrets Can Kill Remastered has 5. 5 out of 15.
I mean, that seems fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay tuned for Danger.
Okay, for plot.
I want to give it a 4, honestly.
Yes, absolutely. Again, it's another one of those, they definitely swung. They're disarming bombs, you guys. That's pretty fucking cool. They could have done more, but I appreciate what they did do. Gotta love that.
Yeah. Aesthetic.
That's
3.
Rough.
Because I like the aesthetic of, like, the environment.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
It looks...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely go for that. The prop room, if nothing else, is just astounding.
Yeah. Puzzles, I want to say 1.
I will also say 1. If nothing else, as we all know, I hate that fucking bomb.
Yeah, it
doesn't work well.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
So far, nothing has a passing grade.
Nope.
Message in a Haunted Mansion. Plot. I'd go for 3.
I would as well. It's definitely trying more for a mystery air than a crime-solving air, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
However, there's also literally nothing else to it.
There's nothing. It's a very
There's no reason
game.
We should be there, first of all, because if nothing else, Rose clearly doesn't want us there. And it seems like an empty lot that we're placed into, and we're trying to make things happen, and yeah, it's a thing.
Aesthetic?
That's really
difficult.
A mixed bag, yeah.
Because aesthetically, it's not... The environment looks nice. It's beautiful. However, it also is just really strongly appropriative.
Very strongly appropriative.
So
I feel like if we did a rewrite where Rose or Abby was actually like of Chinese descent, that might be better. Or hell, wouldn't it be great if Loose Chandelier, if he had been, and that was part of what he was like upset about, so you can actually have like, anyway, sorry, I'm not rewriting it. That's a different topic we do. No, but so it is lovely. Very atmospheric.
Yeah. But I definitely think it gets bumped down.
Yeah. I'd give it a 3. It's very similar to Stay Tuned for Danger in that respect.
Yeah. Puzzles, though. We actually get puzzles in this game.
We do. They're not bad either.
Yeah. As long as you're playing the parquet one in full screen mode instead of windowed. Because, yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah, because normally I love the parquet one. That's a fun. That's my kind of puzzle right there. Just trying to, good shit.
So for puzzles, I 3.
Yeah, I'd say 3 because they are the ones that are in there are good, but there are not enough of them.
Yeah. Solid 3s across the
solid 3s across the board, yeah.
It is, yeah, it's a middle-of-the-road game. You know?
Holds a dear spot in my heart, but, still is what it is.
Treasure in a Royal Tower.
Ugh.
Unpopular opinions. We have unpopular opinions here. I think the plot of Treasure in a Royal Tower gets a 2.
Okay, I can get behind that. Because I honestly sit there and go, the plot.
What is it?
Okay, you know what? Let me describe it to you. Well, we go to this place with a cranky old man, and our friends aren't there, and we're weirdly roped into fucking doing tasks. The kitchen has exploded before we even got there.
Did it?
Yeah.
No.
Right? Am I crazy?
Kitchen exploding is in Curse of Blackmore Manor. That's the one where the kitchen has exploded before we get there, and that's why we have to order food from the pub.
Okay. But anyway, apparently it's so bad that I can't even keep it straight. But the point is, we spend the time looking in Wisconsin for something left by Marie Antoinette.
It's weird.
In a French tower that was inexplicably moved to Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just not very...
I want to reiterate, it's in Wisconsin.
The aesthetic for it, also not great.
It isn't. Because it definitely had a lot it could have worked with, and it didn't do that. And
no, and
the halls all
samey.
look the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
it also it suffers from feeling like big empty places because there's not even anything you can interact with in a lot of them. So aesthetic, I would actually go for 2 because it's kind of a step back.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good. And the puzzles, there are very few puzzles again, and a lot of them are of the random memory kind to open doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's irritating. I do like the practical, whatchamacallit, the keypad.
Yes. Yeah, that's some good shit.
I like that. I kind of want to say 3.
I am good with 3, absolutely, because, again, not many, but some of them that are there are not half bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, however, the final scene.
Oh, dang.
Plot, 5. 5
Yes.
out of 5.
Oh, absolutely. You get the time element. Our friend is abducted at the very beginning. Like, we can hear the struggle. That's some troublesome stuff. Every character has motive.
Yeah.
God, honestly.
It's just a tight game.
Yeah, it really is. I adore it.
And the aesthetic. I'm going to say 4.
Absolutely. It does suffer from, the characters look terrible. I'm sorry. They just, and there's only a few of them, so it's like you could have put a little bit of effort in. But, the theater is a delight to click through. It is so nice.
Yeah. Puzzles? I would say a 3.
Yeah, I'd say a 3. It does have my favorite sliding or puzzle, or is it twist? Whatever. It's got some of my favorite little puzzles.
There's the unlock, unblock puzzle, and then there's also the we were just saying
the puzzle box is one I like.
Yes, tile slider puzzle.
Yeah.
We're fantastic at slider puzzles.
Hell yeah.
Slider puzzles are the bomb. And yes, we are doing this on a 1 to 5 scale.
Yeah.
For a total of 15 points. Final scene, 12.
That sounds about right. 15, that's pretty darn good.
Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Plot, I'm gonna be shocking here. 4.
4 sounds good. Yeah. It's a little flawed in its let's see, how do I put it? In its fact-checking elements.
Yes.
It's got some issues, but altogether you're searching for a stolen You're looking for stolen things from a museum. Like, that's some Indiana Jones shit. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Aesthetic. Not great.
It's not all great. There's some fun stuff, but overall it's not done well. I'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
Just kind of middle of the road.
Puzzles. I would say 3.
A 3 sounds good. It does have a bunch of puzzles, so I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are in the same vein of... There's, like, the try and fail elements, and there's... I don't know. It's not bad, but it's not good, so...
Yeah. Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Plot. The plot is the weakest part of that game.
It really is, and that's a shame, because... First of all, if you don't want to talk about alcohol or rum running, don't have that be what's talked. Like that's the
why make it about the prohibition?
Why? He's clearly a gangster rum runner, and the lake thing was about how he got it like from one area to another. Like, this is obviously very important, and he had a speakeasy. You don't have a speakeasy for juice. Like, what the fuck? What is this, The Sims? Like, it is kind of it's a waste of subject matter and the environment.
Yeah. I want to say
give it a
2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Aesthetic, though, 4 for me.
Oh, absolutely. Some of it's a little. Can you guys hear that? Fumble. I'm gonna close my window now. One sec, sorry. Fuckers, being so goddamn. The boy from Meister was like, okay, I want you to start thinking about where, because our lease is in place until a year from now. And so he's like, start thinking about where you want to be. And I'm just like, a house. I'd like to rent a house before we go buying one, because, or he wants to buy land and build a house. But I'm like, I just can't, I need to live away from rude ass fucking bitches who are just right next to me, or, I don't know, start blaring music at 1 in the goddamn morning.
Yeah.
Okay. He smuggled chocolate milk. Okay, sorry.
But the puzzles in Ghost Dog of Moon Lake.
The puzzles.
There's not that many.
No.
And I'm not a huge fan of them.
No. And it's a shame, because I do like some of them. I like the one in the... Gosh, okay, actually, basically a lot of them that are actually based around the house and the speakeasy. Those are some pretty good ones.
Yeah, that's true.
I really dig the turning the dogs to face different ways.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
About a 3?
Absolutely. Yeah, because that's about where it caps out.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, Haunted Carousel.
2, because again, it could have been so cool. It's such a waste of the environment. It's such a waste of...
Yeah.
And there's no, like, real explanation given, and I don't care for anyone's motives. I don't care for how anyone talks to everyone. And I really don't like that a plot point is, oh my gosh, Harlan served time in jail.
Yeah.
Okay, but now he's not there because he got out because he did his goddamn time. You judgmental bitch. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. Aesthetic? I don't really vibe. I think that a lot of it just looks like they tried to go too realistic.
They did. Absolutely.
And then it just doesn't look very good.
They went super realistic on the environment, not terribly well.
Yeah.
And they went essentially almost claymation-y on the people. There's a dissonance in it, and I don't much care for it. And again, it's a real waste because we're in a goddamn amusement park.
Yeah.
Like an East Coast amusement park, so that's and it's old as hell. Those are going to be like great mysteries, but no.
Nope.
We
The
pull on a
aesthetic?
plastic alien arm.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm done.
The aesthetic? We were just talking about it, but I mean...
No, yeah, but the score.
The score.
2, actually.
Yeah.
I don't want
agree.
to, but it's what I have to do.
Puzzles. I actually kind of like the puzzles in this game.
Yeah, my one complaint is that there should have been more.
Yeah. But honestly, I want to give the puzzles, like...
I say 3.
Really?
Because
yeah,
the
I
ones
don't know if I
there
can
are
justify
quality,
4.
but exactly. Like,
I don't, yeah.
You put
Danger
4
on
anyway.
Deception Island. Oh, I did write 4.
Guys, she's trying to change the scores.
Danger on Deception Island. Plot?
Oh.
It's so nonsensical, but I love it anyway. Because
it commits hard to the nonsensical
does.
nature.
I want to say 4 for plot.
You know what? Abso-fucking-lutely. I love it.
Aesthetic. Honestly, I would say 4 again.
I
mean, I don't even care about...
Given my druthers, I might say 4.5, but I don't think we're doing that. So 4 is fine. It's atmospheric.
It is.
The character design, while not necessarily good, is still all... It fits in. You can see that these people belong in the environment. There's no dissonance that exists.
I just think it's neat. Puzzles? Honestly, I want to say 5.
Yeah.
I love the puzzles in this game.
Absolutely. This is the first one where there's enough puzzles. There's varying degrees of difficulty in them.
Yeah.
There's varying types of puzzles and what part of your brain you're using to complete them. And I adore that. I like things to be varied.
Yeah. Okay. Shadow Ranch plot. I adore Shadow Ranch, and I want to give the plot a 5.
Honestly, I am fine with that. Like, the only issue I have is things that are, like, missing from it. Otherwise, like, it's good. It's really good. We get out... it's the first one that actually connects the current day story to the past in an appropriate and like visible way. I love it. I love the terrible romance, the father killing his daughter's love. It's good. It's good. It takes some turns. It's honestly, Dave Gregory being the descendant of the cousin. That's a great twist. I didn't see that coming. And that suddenly actually gives him
a reason.
Yeah, it gives him motive. Which we hadn't had initially, other than, I don't know, he's too nice. You know?
And I've always really loved the Tex and Mary thing.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
I just feel like there are elements that could have been added to Mary that should have been, but honestly, otherwise, A+.
Yeah. Aesthetic, I also want to say 5.
Okay, yeah. The actual, like, aesthetic is good, even if the... No, I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Puzzles? 4?
4. Yeah, absolutely. Because they're good. There are a good many puzzles. I don't like the random number generated element.
Yeah, the slot machine.
Yeah.
The slut machine.
But yeah, no, it's a good one. That's a good, solid game.
Yeah. 14 out of 15.
Hey!
That's the highest scoring yet.
Mm-hmm.
Curse of Blackmore Manor. Plot. 3.
Really?
I would say 3. Would you think lower?
I kind of would. It's very, unexplained. And I don't... So... like... Okay, so we come to some fucking mansion in England.
Yes.
Which has a long lineage, right? Okay. Oops, sorry. That's great. I appreciates that. But and the fact that, there's essentially, like, I don't understand the cult element. I don't understand why she had to think she was turning into the beast. Like, I get why Jane, like, freaks us out with the glowing eye stuff. That's such a kid thing. That totally makes sense. But
drugging her, just gaslighting this woman.
The fact that she believes it and doesn't just go into a goddamn doctor. Why doesn't she just go into a goddamn doctor? They don't need a detective. They need a doctor.
Apparently, she's just tripping out on Benadryl all the time.
Yeah. I guess I can go with 3. That's fine. But I have to say... I
mean, we can do 2. We can say 2.
It doesn't explain itself.
No.
It in no way, shape, or form. Okay, I'm done ranting about that.
The aesthetic?
That's difficult.
I like the...
I like the concept. I like elements.
But I don't think they did a very good job with it.
It's not well executed at all.
No.
Nothing looks really right. Everything's kind of... And this is even in the original aspect. It all is kind of weirdly stretched in different directions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so dark.
Yeah. So, do we want to do 2 or 3?
I am comfortable with 3.
Okay. Puzzles? Now, there are some really good puzzles in this game.
There are some very good puzzles, and there are a shit ton of puzzles. Like, this...
There are. It's a good puzzle game.
What this game lacks in making sense, it makes up for it with puzzles.
Yeah. I was able to even do them in French. So, I think... Honestly, puzzles, I would give it a 5.
You know what? Yeah. Again, some of them don't make sense, but they're fun to figure out.
Yes.
There's nothing that you can't figure out without enough effort, at the very least.
So that was a 10 out of 15.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Secret of the Old Clock. Plot.
Okay, so here's the issue. For one thing, they tried to mix two plots together because, as I'm sure many of you know, it's kind of a combination of Secret of the Old Clock and, what was it, something...
Secret at the
Secret at the Lilac Inn?
Yes, I think.
Okay, because I was like, is it the Mystery at the Lilac Inn?
Oh, no, you're right. Mystery at the Lilac Inn.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
So, they tried to combine that.
More. And then they also tried to combine Hidden Staircase.
Oh, yeah. Why did I not even say that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's 3 games.
It's
3 books in one game.
One game.
Which makes it just kind of not very cohesive.
Yeah, there's definitely a divide on the parts of the plot. Like, it feels like you're definitely trying to accomplish 3 separate plots.
Yeah.
And
it just doesn't tie in very well.
No.
In my opinion.
That said, they do a lot of creative writing in it. They try to incorporate a lot of too much, probably. They try to incorporate a lot of time-specific...
elements.
Yeah. I'm just... I just elements, references, fucking, there's a lack of consistency.
I would say 3.
Yeah, I'd be generous and say 3. I could be convinced to do 2, but 3 is fine. Because, again, it's at least a little charming.
Yeah. The aesthetic, though, I would give a 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I get what they were going for, but it doesn't hit the mark. If nothing else, I'm sorry. I love Yuri, but...
Do not say that he's ugly.
I'm not. I'm saying he doesn't look like a cat. He's definitely an alien. And
is amazing. And
he's an alien.
Die for Yuri.
Topham fucking went, oh, this furry fluff alien, I will just cut him into the shape of a cat. I don't think that's a cat. That is a little goddamn alien.
It is not. Yuri's amazing.
I love him. But...
Puzzles. Secret of the Old Clock.
Yeah, that's a real mixed bag.
It is, because you have fun things like doing the actual clocks, all of the things you do with clocks.
Everything that has to do with clocks, there's always gonna be an up score for us.
But then you also get mini golf and the fetch quest from hell.
Yeah.
So I'm
kind of torn between 3 and 4 because honestly,
clocks
for one, yeah. And I do like,
but
the more physical.
Consider the sewing machine puzzle.
Yeah, that is a major drawback.
Plus mini golf.
Just the driving in general. It's like, this car sucks.
I'm honestly, I want to say 3.
Okay. 3's fine.
Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Plot. They tried.
They really tried.
They went for it.
Yeah.
And I think it's a fun plot.
It is a fun plot. It's not necessarily a satisfying plot, but it is a fun plot. I would definitely give it a 4.
They really went very Agatha Christie.
They did, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah. So, 4, definitely.
Yeah.
Aesthetic. Mixed bag.
A mixed bag. It's definitely a great environment in terms of the atmosphere they're going for. I love the train. I love the constant motion through the windows. And the constant sound of the train. That's, also probably really great for the sound design because it's like, okay, we don't have to worry about that. You just hear the train going all the time.
I love it. I want to say 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good, but it's honestly, it's very... It accomplishes more or less what it's set out to do.
Yeah.
Like, those dolls, if nothing else.
Yeah. I really enjoy that.
Yes.
Puzzles? I honestly love the puzzles in this game.
I do too. There's difficulty to them. Although some of it's not intentionally a difficulty, so like those things not looking quite right, and some of them looking the claws and tentacles and beaks and shit. Some of them look way too similar. But again, we're on a train. So
I kind of want to say 5.
I do love, oh my gosh, and like the cities crumbling puzzle.
Yes.
The dancing one, the
dolls,
the
5.
weight. Oh, the weight is honestly one of my favorite. 5, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Danger by Design. Plot. I give it a 1.
Yes. Yeah.
I hate...
Basically, they tried to up the stakes going back to a more criminal element, but they pulled back too hard on literally everything else.
Yeah. It's just bad.
Yeah. It's no bueno.
Aesthetic? 2. You want to say 3?
I would probably say 3. It is unfortunate just because, like, they don't necessarily... It's a beautiful city that we're in, and you get, like, none of it. And then again, there's the people designs. Okay, 2 is fine. 2 is fine.
Yeah. It's just not very good. And I feel like the world is just very kind of gray to me.
Yeah.
And there are pops of color and stuff, but it's just kind of blah.
Oh, we go out on the town in Paris, and we're buying hubcaps. It's like, no.
Which brings me to puzzles. I would say 2.
I would be generous and say 2, because
I like baking the cookies. I like making the outfits for Prudence.
That is fun. Logic puzzles are always good.
Those are fun. But
Slaughter is a little, like... It's at least done in a way that you can, like, get it. But like...
the fucking tea puzzle.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god. The goddamn, like, photo development.
Develop it completely in the dark. No. You need a red light, motherfucker.
We need to be able to see.
Yeah. You don't do that. You don't know how well it's developing if you can't see it.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Yes.
And it's frustrating. And that's why. And then all of the, like, whatever. Creature of Kapu Cave plot. It is so nonsensical.
It really is. I still
does
don't understand.
Commit, though.
In the very end, I have no idea what has happened or what I have accomplished. I don't think I've accomplished anything.
Yeah.
Other than killing some flowers and shit, but, like, sorting some bug poop, but, like...
I want to say 2.
They definitely tried to go create... yeah, I would say 2 as well. Because they definitely... I like the... I like the study of bugs.
Entomology.
Okay, thank you. I kept going between that and the one that means this word.
Etymology?
Yes. Yeah. I was like, oh god, which one's right? Yeah, I like the etymology aspect. I wish that they'd done more with it, but I like that they definitely tried. I like some of the, the plant-based. I can get behind what they wanted, but
Yeah.
it's not. Elements do not a cohesive story make.
Yeah. Aesthetic, though. While the character models look awful, just atrocious.
They are bizarro world versions of the...
I love the aesthetics of everything else.
Yes. The foliage is lovely.
It's all so, like, the vibes of the beach and just, like, being out in the jungle. That's all just A++. But the character art... The characters are just not good.
They don't look like people.
Terrifying.
They
Pua looks like an alien.
Pua absolutely looks like an alien, and Big Island Mike looks like a goddamn... Well, first of all, he looks like a thumb, but, like, also... I don't know, he's like,
It just...
a demon just took a form and went, yep, this is where I'm sticking, you know?
It's not good.
Like, someone described a human to him.
So, like, do we want to split the difference and say a 3?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
The puzzles in the game.
It's not so much puzzles as it is tasks to accomplish.
Yeah.
Because even puzzles are like, just follow the instructions.
Yeah. So, I want to give it a 3 for puzzles.
Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that.
White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Plot.
That's difficult. Because...
It's another one that feels very, Agatha Christie.
Yeah. They're definitely going for a kind of story, but they're not quite getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the, like, difference between the wolf bit and then the Yanni bit. It seems like there's no connection.
Yeah, there's this complete dissonance, and the Trapper Dan stuff doesn't... the Trapper Dan stuff, and then the guy who trained Isis...
yeah.
Like, they just feel like weird tacked on things, and there's no connection to any of the rest of it, other than, like, being in the same place at different times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
I
want to say 2.
Yeah, I would say 2. I love the game, but...
Yeah. The aesthetic?
Ooh.
I would say 3.
You say 3?
Yeah.
Okay, it is a bit of... I like what they did, but they could have done more. Definitely. So, yeah.
Puzzles, however. 4?
Yeah, I'd say 4 is probably pretty good. There's varied types of puzzles, varied levels, difficulty, you know?
Yeah.
It's some fun stuff.
Yeah.
And also some, like, absolutely frustrating stuff. So, you know, it's all good.
Legend of the Crystal Skull. Plot?
I'd say 4. Yeah, I'd say 4. It's definitely straightforward. It's just bonkers. So it definitely has a plot, and it definitely all connects to itself, because we're pretty much just solving one thing, and it just happens to lead us to other answers. Yeah. So, you know.
And the aesthetic?
Oh my god, 5. Absolutely. That's one of the prettiest games. The best atmosphere. Ugh. Fucking...
5 out of 5.
Chef's kiss.
Puzzles? I enjoy... I would say a 4.
I would say a 4 as well. They're... Some of them are a little jankier than others, but, like, honestly, a lot of thought went into them, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Phantom of Venice. Plot. 2.
Yeah, I guess I could say 2. Basically, I don't think I can ever play that game again because I will always headcanon your rewrite about how Helena, or Helena, whichever way you say it,
Helena.
She was, like, uncovering, shit. I like your re-mock-up of it.
Yeah, but instead, it's not very good.
Yeah.
The aesthetic, 2.
What did we give Danger? Yeah, because honestly, it's the same. It's the same as Danger by Design. We have a lovely place that is
fucked it up.
Famously beautiful, and it's very plain and boring. And what is with the fucking cat dance club? I don't get it. And who described humans to you? And why did you think that putting a picture of a person next to Marguerite, like, I'm sorry, did you see her? She does not look like a person. That is a complete dissonance.
Yeah. Puzzles, I would also say 2.
Yeah. I don't know that there's one I like in it.
I like talking in Italian to spot the guy. I like...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, because I hate Scopa. Oh my god, you know what I should do? Is I should make... Sorry. Before I forget, I'm going to say it right now so that you guys can hold me accountable for this. I want to make stickers and pins. I want to make pins that say Scopa Stan and another one that says Scopa Hater. So people can be like, I think that would be really, really fun.
Yes.
I'm totally going to do that.
I like it.
But Scopa bad.
Scopa bad.
I honestly, puzzles 1.
Yeah, actually, I was as we were talking about it, I'm like, I don't care for this. I don't like the tunnel directions when you have to
hate it.
That's so fucking weird and obtuse and fucking Jesus Christ, getting around the goddamn robots. Why are there robots?
Laser Roombas.
Why are there laser Roombas? I hate it.
Okay, Haunting of Castle Malloy. Plot.
Who?
2?
I mean, I would give it a 3, because at least we are looking for a missing person, a missing groom, nonetheless.
That's true. It actually,
honestly, having something take place around a wedding or a funeral is always a bonus for me.
Okay, that's... Okay, 3. Aesthetic? I would give it a 5, but I'm gonna knock it down to a 4 because it's just so dark.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, like, walking around at night. Everything's at night. So, like, make it easier to differentiate. But anyway, but otherwise, yeah, the designs are largely great.
Yeah. Puzzles. There are a bunch in there that I really dislike, but there are some that are actually really fun.
I would personally probably give it a 4. Because I do love all of the dollhouse puzzles.
That's true. Lots of dollhouse puzzles.
The seating arrangement. Puzzle. Oh, the fucking... There's some good shit. And then there's, like, trying to round up the sheep. And I can never tell if I'm doing the right thing on the
drums.
Oh, God, yeah. No, but I was talking about the sheep shearing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, you wanted them to look like that? Or did I just mess up?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Pretty much.
Mixing the drinks, I don't know, is a weird one to have, but also it is kind of fun. Yeah. Plus you get that nice element music of the sound. Yeah, the music going on, but then also the glass clinking,
noises.
The liquid noises. I am a fan of liquid noises. Strike that. Whoever's editing this, take that out.
Sure. But, yeah.
I'm a big fan of good Foley work.
I love getting to play darts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm good at those darts. And I love Difference Detective. And I love the drumming minigame. Yeah. I just adore it. I have so much fun playing it. So yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Ransom of the Seven Ships. Plot, 1.
Okay. I kind of want to give it a 2 or a 3. Because they definitely went for something. They did. They wanted to sort of recapture everything that like kind of like it's definitely a clip show in a way, but it's also we actually get Bess and George, even if it's like
bad,
terrible, and it's at least, I don't know, it's something, but it's not what it thinks it is. So 2, I'd say 2.
Okay. Aesthetic. I think it looks really lovely.
Yeah, it does. It does look really lovely.
Except for the characters.
Bess and George specifically
are just awful.
They're awful. I was so bummed.
Yeah. Poor George.
Poor George.
What they did to her. So, aesthetic, maybe 3 or 4.
I'd say 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Puzzles. 1.
Yeah, I can fully endorse that one. I don't care for the puzzles in that one.
No. Warnings at Waverly Academy. Okay. So, plot, it makes no sense. I don't get it. I love the conceit. I love that we're going undercover, right?
Yes.
It has all of the makings for something that's fun and cool, but it's just bizarre and it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. Like, it could have made sense, and then they took it in a direction that made no sense. So I want to give it a 3.
Yeah, because it definitely, it takes some shots. It develops things well enough.
And there are a fair amount of characters, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're fairly distinct, and not horribly written. Not great, but, and it does get extra points for, Edgar Allan Poe, really.
Yeah. Aesthetic. I love the aesthetic of this game.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
They went really cartoony with the characters. But I'm not sure I dislike it. I think I can dig it.
Yeah, it's uniform. It's very much... Yeah, I dig it. It's at least they're all in the same kind of style, and it's like you can see kind of what they were aiming for.
Yeah. I want to give it a 4.
I'm totally fine with 4. Honestly, if nothing else, the entirety of the Academy makes up for anything else. The environment change when suddenly we now have snow is delightful. A+.
It is.
And it shifts everything, but without, feeling like they just put a coat of paint on.
Yeah.
Which
I like it.
Can be difficult, so.
Puzzles? I want to give them a 5.
Absolutely. I love the puzzles in this game. Even though some of them stress me out, they are good. They're really fucking good.
Yeah, they're fun. Yeah. Okay. Trial of the Twister. Plot.
I'm gonna...
2.
Okay. 2 is fine.
What were you going to say?
They missed... I was going to say I could give it a 1, but 2 is fine because...
No, I'll take a 1.
There's such a concept there, and then they didn't do anything with it, and...
It's just bad.
Everyone gaslights everyone, and it doesn't...
I just don't like it.
It's really dumb. I don't care for what they did.
Aesthetic, I would give a 3, 2.
I was gonna say, if we're being like kind, a 3, but it's a 2 for me because they do wide open spaces, but with nothing actually there, and it's just a backdrop and no like. It's not integrated in the slightest.
Yeah. And it's just like pictures, basically.
Yeah. I don't... It's boring. Yeah. It's boring more than anything else.
Puzzles, I would also give a 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great.
The puzzles are just bad. I don't like most of them.
Ooh.
However... The Water's Edge. Plot? I want to give it a 5.
Gosh. I would absolutely give it a 5. It's got... it's a concise plot, and it... Even what it doesn't say, it very strongly implies. It's a really good... just... trauma piece, which is always
a lot
something.
About grief. I love it. I think it's good.
How we do frequently manifest grief as a ghost in our own lives, and it's really it's great. It is the first one written by Nico something
Nick Lucas, something like that.
No.
Yes.
Blucas?
No.
That's the guy who plays Riley.
Oh.
No, but yeah, it's the first one written by him, and he did a great run. It's some good shit.
Blahunka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nick Blahunka.
There
Sorry.
we go. No,
I was like, it was a BL.
But yeah, so it's a very good plot, and they integrate the local customs and teaching things to you in a significantly less clunky way than they have previously.
Yeah. Aesthetic? I want to give it a 5, but I think it deserves a 4.
Probably.
Because the characters, I want to just point out the racism.
Yeah, there's that. There's that part, definitely.
So, I'm gonna say 4.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be a 5 because the environments are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Puzzles, I want to give it a 5.
I would absolutely give it a 5. I love all of the puzzles in this game, even though some of them make me scream. Yeah. Like, not a game you should start people out on, but definitely a really fun puzzle game.
Captive Curse. We've been doing this for an hour now, so let's...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Captive Curse. Plot 3.
Yeah. It definitely is a little goofier in the Scooby-Doo-ish aspects. Yeah. But also, go off, girl. Go off, Tits McGee.
Aesthetic, I would also say a 3.
Yes. Everything's definitely very regimented. Everything's cohesive, at least. Like, people actually belong in their environments.
I just don't
most
think
of the time.
It's just a very boring environment, I think.
Yeah.
Puzzles? 4?
I would say 4. The worst thing about them is the repetition. Yeah. And even then, it's like, okay, fine. It's a kid's game. Repetition is going to be a key focus, because that's how you ingrain things. But yeah.
Alibi and Ashes. Plot
one.
had so much potential. It had so much potential.
Nancy Drew gets arrested for arson.
And yet it just ends up falling flat. So I would say a 2.
Okay, that's fine. I still say 1, but I will let it be a 2 because I know that it's my own personal bias because I'm like, I don't like these people. With the exception of Alexi, I hate so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
the aesthetic.
But that's, you know.
The aesthetic, I would also say a 2.
Yeah, it's really boring. I was really excited to see River Heights, and this was a disappointment. We spent most of it on the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Puzzles, I would also say 2.
Yes. Especially since a majority of the puzzles are just trying to figure out who you need to be to accomplish them.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Okay, Deadly Device. I mean, Tomb of the Lost Queen. I totally skipped one. Right? Tomb of the Lost Queen. Plot. 2.
Yeah. Because it didn't try very hard at all. Like, it's definitely a subject that could be great, but it doesn't.
No.
Aesthetic?
I would honestly give it like a 4.
Yeah, the character designs are interesting and again, they mesh with each other and the environment. And yeah, it's got some nice stuff. Just, you know, some of it's a little lazy.
Yeah. Puzzles? I want to say 2.
I'm fine with
3.
that. I'm fine with 2 just because there was a lot of potential of what they could have done.
And then they didn't. Yeah, they fucked it up. Deadly Device. Plot. Honestly, I want to give it like a 4.
I am fine with a 4 because the only reason I wouldn't give it a 5 is largely, for one, you know who the villain is the entire fucking time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Obadiah Strain is obviously the fucking...
Yeah. But,
Stain. Obadiah Stain.
Know.
Oh my god. I feel so dumb.
But, aesthetic? 4.
Yes, 4, definitely. There's a little too much empty space and cleanness, but I also recognize that that's just the environment. What it does put in, it does well.
Yeah. Puzzles? I also want to say a 4.
Yes, because they are fun, if not accurate.
They are. They're fun puzzles. Ghost of Thornton Hall. Plot? 5.
Oh my god, 5. Abso-fucking-lutely. That is some dark shit and some complicated shit and another thing where it's like, even things they don't say are strongly implied.
Aesthetic. I want to say a 5, but I might take it down to a 4 just because of how dark everything is.
Yes, honestly, that is the one drawback. Otherwise, it would be a 5.
Yeah.
Everything is so pretty and gothic, and the character designs are so lovely. They are a little out of place in their environments.
Yeah.
Just how they stand out, but that's because they actually put lighting on the characters and not the environment.
A little bit, yeah. Puzzles? 5.
I would say 5, yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Silent Spy. Plot? 2.
Yeah, I would say 2. They it was just one of those ones where it was a bummer because, like, I went in expecting something really great. They could have done something with what they teased as the premise.
Yeah.
This was, first of all, bonkers. Like, she's goddamn. I don't even want to talk about Spy.
The aesthetic, I think I want to put it at 3.
Okay, yeah, there's some wonkiness. Like, I would say higher, but there's definitely a lot of,
It's just...
They play it safe in a lot of ways, and I don't know.
It's bland.
I like the characters' designs.
Yes. But it's just bland. Everything's gray.
Which, you know, to be fair, Scotland. But,
Puzzles? 3?
Yeah, because there's not enough of them, for one thing, and the ones that are there are like
pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, Shattered Medallion. Plot 3.
Really? Because I might say 2. It doesn't make sense. Like, I could say 3, because I do like what they do with, how the characters interact with the plot is good.
And there are actually a fair amount of characters.
Yeah, a very good amount of characters, and they're, like, well thought out for the most part.
Yeah.
I still don't know what they were thinking with, Kiri. But, Kiri's gonna be Kiri.
Yeah. I think it's got a lot of fun stuff to it.
Yes. And I like that they wanted to incorporate Finally Sunny June. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The aesthetic.
I would give it a 5, but honestly, it doesn't... There's a lot of a backlot feel for something that was supposed to take place in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So, I'd say 4, definitely. It's pretty, but it's not what it should be.
Puzzles. Whoo, boy, mixed bag.
Whew, yeah, gosh.
3 is what I would say.
I would have to put it at 3 as well, because while there are some puzzles that I absolutely love, so many of them don't make any goddamn sense. And, again, I am team, like, I will defend Shattered Medallion with my life as a great game.
We're part of the Shattered Medallion Defense Squad, which another thing I should totally make a pin out of.
Yes! I love it so much, but...
Yeah.
So bad.
Labyrinth of Lies. Plot. It's a really cool plot. It's a really cool idea. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they executed it very well.
Yeah. For one thing, I really expected it to be more location-based. Like, I don't know.
Actually in Greece, instead of just in a museum in Greece.
In a museum and a very labyrinthian amphitheater. Like, that's insane.
I want to give it a 3.
3 is perfectly fine. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but they, again, lots of characters, and they deal a lot with, like, the characters' backgrounds and things like that. So that's fun.
Aesthetic, I would give it a 5.
It is very pretty. Again, a drawback that we aren't actually seeing Greece. But, everything that's in there is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And the characters are as well.
The character art is so... That is top tier. They have not topped that so far.
Yeah. Puzzles? I like most of the puzzles in this game. I think there are too many puzzles in this game, and I think that the puzzles are too divorced from the story. However, I like the puzzles that are there.
I would say 3. Because... 3? Yeah, I would. But okay. If you wanted something else, then that's...
I was gonna say 4, but I could take... I can see 3.
Yeah, it's just... There's some fun to the puzzles, but I feel like it's not cohesive. It's not always logical.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay, Sea of Darkness. Plot. I don't know what's going on in Sea of Darkness. I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's kind of akin to A Haunting of Castle Malloy in a way, but there's even less to it.
Yeah, it's... I want to say a 3.
Yeah, a 3 is fine. Because again,
it is a missing
characters.
Case,
yeah, I like that they went missing persons, and that some people don't even believe that he's necessarily missing, but that he just took off. And again, similar to Matt, but I don't know. Everything is just chaotic and non-linear.
It's not very clean.
No.
Aesthetic, I would say a 4. So I think everything's gorgeous, but I think that the characters... no,
No, the characters are really pretty. I love the characters.
They're really pretty.
I just feel like the environments aren't populated. And I don't even mean by
sparse.
people. I mean, it's things that you can actually see and look at. Totally different as in interact with, look at, and it's more like you're on a ride track than anything else.
Yeah. I would give it a 4.
Yes. Okay.
Puzzles, I would also say 4.
Yeah, there's decent puzzles. There's not enough of them. And
the ones, I feel like they're so divorced from...
Yeah. But they're fun to do. They're just, Yeah. Too weird.
Okay, Midnight in Salem. Plot.
They could have done so much. Yes, one, absolutely. I hate what story they did put in there. I hate, again, lack of cohesion, really. Like...
It doesn't make sense. It's just straight up... And
some of the characters
are not likable.
Honestly, Witch Girl didn't even have to be in this. There was no point in her being in this, really.
Jenna?
Sure.
Wait, Olivia, that's her name. Jenna was the name she almost was.
I couldn't remember which was which, so I was just like, that one.
Olivia.
One who went from an awesome character design to a pathetic fucking witch groupie. Anyway,
aesthetic, I would say 2.
Yes. The character designs in general are not bad, but the execution is not good. And we all know what we think about the environment.
Yeah. Puzzles? What puzzles?
Yeah, no, there's no puzzles in it.
I mean,
it's I'd say 1.
1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is all of those graded. Let me check real quick. So our lowest grade was Midnight in Salem with 4 out of 15. What's that percent?
That's less than 30%.
Yeah, they got a 26%. We'll call it 27% that's well below an F.
Yeah.
And our highest grades are Shadow at Water's Edge, Shadow Ranch, and Ghost of Thornton Hall, all of them with 14 out of 15.
Delightful.
So they got 93%. Top of the class. I want to at some point do like a full graph of this and see if there's a bell curve. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. You'll have to check our Discord. I would love to hear what everyone else's highest and lowest ranking games are out of this. Because the thing is when you look at this, I think those 3 are like some of our favorite games.
They are.
But some of our other favorite games are lower down as well. Like, we really enjoy Danger on Deception Island, but that only got a 13.
Yeah.
We enjoy Shattered Medallion, but it got a 10.
That's because enjoyment does not necessarily equate to quality.
Yeah, maybe we should have included an enjoyment column.
But just didn't.
But I didn't. I mean, we still could. And then just go through it real quick.
No. God, no.
No. Okay.
We're over an hour, sister.
We are. We're at hour 15. So yeah, tell us yours. Basically, join the Discord because I already linked this spreadsheet that you guys can make a copy of and do your own. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's... and definitely just come to the Discord anyway. We got some great peeps in there, and
it's where we are most likely to interact with you.
Yeah.
Like, to be real.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, you guys know where to find us. I'm just not going to do the end spiel anymore. I'm done with it. So,
you know where to find us. You know how to give us money. You know that there are links below. We're good, right?
Yeah. So, yeah. As a reminder, I'm Marisa.
And I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. And we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.